the Jeffries true thieves and trickster. We start this episode with another peek at this mysterious, destructive ship going through the galaxy. And this time, some unlucky Romulans come across it. The episode itself is a challenge for two of our new lieutenants. Boimler has to find a place to live, and Mariner has to try to get demoted for some reason. While Rutherford spends the episode doing his darndest to be promoted himself. And Tendi, well, she gives her first command. This and so much more on Star Trek Lower Decks Season 4, Episode 2, I Have No Bones, Yet I Must Flee. So let's check out this episode. My first standout scene for the episode is going to be Mariner's many attempts to get herself demoted. And I realize I'm already cheating. This is way more than one scene. But right off the bat, that's like her mission for the episode, get herself demoted. And it becomes rather humorous, her different attempts. Rather, she's just speaking insubordinately to Ransom, driving terribly, or just making bad choices. That's some bad driving, Mariner. That's some bad driving. My second standout scene is going to be the walk through the menagerie. Yeah, when Ransom and Mariner first arrive with their good old pal Gary, apparently, there's a nice view through the menagerie of all the creatures and plant life that's been collected and is up for viewing. Now, it's of course not our first menagerie, and it's not even the first menagerie I've seen on a sci-fi show.
Look around you, friend. You're in a Caliban zoo.
But it is always fun to see this little collection of animals throughout the galaxy imagined up by the creators. My third standout scene is going to be Tendi's declaration of everlasting friendship for Rutherford despite their ranks. And I love that him understanding it or getting it was her first command. Yeah, while Rutherford's out there trying to get his promotion, he admits that the reason he's trying so hard is because he doesn't want to have his friendship split up with his pals, obviously. And Tendi makes it really clear it won't ever matter what their ranks are. They're going to be friends no matter what. And it really was just a fantastic scene and exactly what you expect from Tendi. But of course, the whole reason for that speech being necessary is my fourth standout scene. And this is, again, kind of a collection, but really starting off of Rutherford's desire to get that promotion and how hard he tries to come up with just the best tweaks that he can come up with to be noticed, to get promoted. And then this jerk, we'll call him Livick, keeps pulling the rug out from under him. It's just horrible. Don't you hate it when the new guy makes it feel like all of your hard work is just unimportant? But in the end, thankfully, again, Lieutenant Tendi reminds our engineer pals that this engineer has been working his butt off and has done many things to get a promotion from. And in the end, Rutherford gets his second pip as well. And we've reached that halfway point. If you've enjoyed this video so far, please don't forget to like and subscribe below. You can always join as a Patreon or a member of this channel to get a little extra content, sometimes behind the scenes updates. And if you're a patron, you'll get these videos with no ads on the Patreon side. Of course, if you'd just like to do one little thank you, I always accept super thanks below. And now it's back to the video. For my first honorable mention, it's going to be the convenient pattern of destruction on the ships. Yeah, this goes for last episode too as well. I understand that, but really, the entire ship is destroyed except for the sigil. Convenient. My second honorable mention is going to be Moopsie's appetite. It fueled everything aboard the menagerie after getting loose, because sneaking in and sucking everything's bones dry when it's a whole bunch of living creatures with bones, this is a problem. And it looks so innocent and sweet. Honestly, it was just trying to get something to eat. It's not like it was on a path of destruction on purpose. So yeah, Moopsie's appetite just being a force to reckon with all on its own, despite the fact that it's encased in this tiny little cute creature. That was great. And an extension of this is that I love that the humans were the bad ones, despite the fact that we're supposed to be all good and trying really hard in the future. Yeah, apparently there are still some insufferable thieves and tricksters out there who will do anything to make a buck. And my third honorable mention is Boimler's quarters. Yes, from the warp drive to between two holodecks, the Jeffries tube, and finally a bunk with Rutherford. His little adventure in trying to find a place to live was a cute side story during this episode, and I really enjoyed the fact that he just had the worst luck up until he found the right roommate who could control the view. Yeah. My fourth honorable mention is going to be Ransom, turning out to be not only a really great officer, but a really good friend. Ransom calls Mariner out for her, let's call it crud, because I try not to say nasty words on here. She is self-sabotaging. He calls her out on it, and finally, it looks like Mariner might actually work towards her career rather than trying to doom it at every turn. I mean, I get that her parents are in Starfleet, so the rebellion is kind of obvious. My parents were teachers. Guess what? Wasn't the greatest student. Not dumb. Just didn't want to do my best. And I can see that in Mariner so hard. She just fights doing her best, or fights being recognized for being as obsessed with Starfleet and as good at it as she is. And I hope that this moment with Ransom really does turn around her future. This episode was better than the first one, and I really, really did enjoy it. It had a happy ending with Ransom and Mariner getting along, Rutherford and Boimler getting a place together, and obviously Rutherford getting his promotion, Tendi giving her first command, and of course, who doesn't love a scene with sexy workout clothes? And maybe Mariner punching out Ransom. But oddly, I think I am too jaded from Star Trek and other sci-fi shows. When the menagerie was plummeting towards the planet, I wasn't worried at all. I really did enjoy the part where Ransom got punched, though. Yeah, something might be wrong with me. Also, I think they might have been able to come up with a better plan other than punching him repeatedly if they just tried. But it's all good, and the episode was fun once again, with that nice little neat wrap-up at the end. Though Rutherford may now have a nemesis to worry about. And of course, that ominous ship is still running about, destroying other ships. So there are things to look forward to in the season. We'll have to see what comes up next week. And until then, please feel free to check out any of my other Star Trek content. There are other reviews and just some information. Please don't forget to watch some Picard Season 3. We are trying really hard to get Picard up on the Nielsen ratings for streaming so that Paramount will take notice and hopefully start talking about Star Trek Legacy once again. You can check out that video here, and for any other Star Trek content and some reviews, please go ahead and check out some of my other videos here, and until next time, I'll see you there.